All right. Welcome back. Thank you again for watching my show here. This is episode 2. This is the one we're going to be talking about the Scenic City Invitational Tournament 2019. We're going to be talking about the first round matchups. I'm going to be giving you my predictions, what I think is going to be happening, who I want to see win. I'm looking forward to it. One thing that's really cool about the SCI tournament, especially this year, is it is so unpredictable. This is possibly the best lineup they've ever had for just well-rounded talent. It's got, like I said, it's got some great names that they brought into the field from just different independent companies all over, just independent scenes from all around the country, and it's got some of the best local talent too. The first matchup we're going to be talking about right now is from the Action Champion, the guy that won this year's Scenic City Rumble and got to pick his opponent in this tournament, the guy that got into the Rumble because he won last year's Scramble match at the Scenic City. He's undefeated in subgraps. He's been the Action Champion all year, and he's only lost once in Scenic City events, even though that loss probably shouldn't have been a pinfall. It probably should have been called off earlier on in the match. That guy is AC Mack, and he chose to take on Jaden Newman in this first round. Now, obviously, he hadn't picked Jaden Newman for a reason. He thought it was going to be an easy pass, but Jaden Newman's had something of a breakout year himself. I remember seeing him in Knoxville about 18 months, 24 months ago, 2 years ago. And, he's an athletic guy. He's always had a lot of skills. But just how much he's improved since then, since I first saw him coming out to DMX theme music, is unbelievable. I've seen him in Knoxville. I've seen him at subgraps being junior varsity Jaden Newman, being like a water boy for some of the guys there. To now potentially being the underdog story of this whole tournament. Will he be the surprise winner? Did AC Mack make a mistake by choosing him as that first round opponent? We shall see. I'm not so sure it was an easier pick as AC thinks. I'm expecting this match to be like one of the potential show stealers. I don't know if a lot of people are going to be ready for how good this potentially could be. AC has wrestled at a lot of Scenic City shows before, but I don't think we've got to see him do what he's capable of. At the Rumble, he won that. He didn't even have to eliminate anybody. We saw him go against Joey Lynch, but AC uses his charisma and his promos and some underhanded tactics to kind of not really have to show everything he can do. But I've seen this guy in different companies. He's also the Southern Honor champion. He's had some tremendous matches there with Alan Angels. At the last Action event, he just battled Kurt Stallion in a great match. He defended his title against Kurt Stallion. He's still the champion coming in. You know how good Kurt Stallion is. AC Mack beat him. I think this could be like AC Mack's coming out party at SCI to show us how good he is in the ring to the SCI crowd too. Like I said though, Jaden's been having a pretty good year himself. I expect great things. I'm wearing the AC Mack pins right now. I've got his stuff behind me. I've got his jacket on the wall. I've got to support that dude though. As much as the fans love to hate him, I think they also have to respect him. He's one of the most charismatic. He's one of the best promos. And now he's just going to put it all together and keep this amazing run of success that he's been having. He's got to keep it going. He's got this to win and he's got trios to win. If he can get 2 buddies to tag with him, he's going to do it. It's going to be the year of AC Mack. I really think so. And that starts by him beating Jaden Newman in the first round. Now the second matchup, and I talked about storylines kind of interwoven from other events. The second matchup is involving AC Mack's #1 contender from Action Wrestling, Slim J. He will be taking on, they are bringing in the legend B-Boy. Now I've never seen B-Boy live, so I'm really looking forward to this one. Slim J, I've got to see a few times now around the area, and he is hugely popular. He's been wrestling for a number of years. He's got so many great moves. Like I said, he's the #1 contender to AC Mack's title. Will that get in the way? Will that be a distraction? And will B-Boy be able to take advantage of that, and just be concentrating on this tournament? Or will there be some other shenanigans and outside interference possibly to stop B-Boy advancing? Because maybe we'd have a preview. If Slim J went through, maybe we'd have a preview of the next Action show with him and AC Mack in the later. Who knows? I think this is for B-Boy to win though. I think Slim J might be concentrating on that title shot that he's got coming up later in the month at Action Wrestling. So this is all B-Boys for the taking. I expect another great match, another potential match of the night really. We're talking about the second match so far, And I've already said both matches could be great. This is how good this lineup is. Really, really looking forward to this one. Like I said, I've never seen B-Boy live, but what I've seen of him online, I've been impressed. And Slim J can go. So this will be good. My pick is B-Boy, like I said, and we shall see. The next matchup, possibly one of the favourites, definitely one of the big draws of this event. You know, he made his name here last year. This is his first go round in the tournament proper. Marco Stunt is back in the Chattanooga area. Marco Stunt is going to be hugely popular, not just with the families, well, not just with the kids, but with everybody. I'm a huge Marco fan. You see his poster here. And what's neat about this match is he is taking on Billy Buck, one of the biggest heels in this area. As soon as Billy Buck comes out and you hear his theme, you're going to want to boo him. You know, from his gear, from his entrance, just from the way he does the stuff in the ring. Billy Buck is great at being hated. You know, you'll want to just boo this guy. Also, this matchup, Marco will be looking for a little bit of revenge, because at the last action show, Billy Buck jumped Marco from behind when Marco himself was going to be trying to face AC Mack, the Action Champion. He wanted to get in the ring and have a little showdown with Mack. Billy Buck jumped him before he got a chance to do that and let AC Mack get in some cheap shots. So already, you know, this is a great matchup with history. This is potentially Marco's time to get some revenge. And AC Mack, I'm sure we will be watching this one very closely also. Again, the unpredictable nature is I'm choosing Marco. But with the way the storylines are going, if Billy Buck won, I wouldn't be surprised either. Billy Buck has got quality in tournaments. He went all the way to the finals of last year's SCI Trios with his team tag partners. They'll tell you they won the event because they still have the trophy. They got to the finals, you know, and they have the trophy. They didn't technically win that final match. But hey, they've got the trophy, so who am I to argue? This one, again, this one should be great. Marco is always entertaining. I can't wait to see him show his stuff. Almost back home for him. This is kind of like a homecoming to Marco, because, like I said, this is where he made his name last year. And I'm just psyched to see him back here. The next matchup is interesting to me because it is one half of the SUP Tag Team Champions, Kevin Koo from Violence is Forever, against 1/3 of the actual Scenic City Trios winners, Nick Iggy from the Carnies. Now these guys, if you watch the GCW Lights Out event, kind of had a run in there as the Carnies and Violence is Forever were part of a three-way tag team match, and Nick Iggy and Koo had some hard-hitting interaction between each other. This one will be great. This one is going to be hard-hitting. It's going to be violent. Both these guys can bring it. They're more in tag teams and trios right now, as I said, but Nick Iggy's had a lot of solo success. He's been a Bizarro Lucha champion this year, and I just expect good stuff from him. Koo was in the finals of the Future Showcase last year, so I'm just happy for him to be actually on the main tournament, getting to show what he can do. I've said it for nearly every match so far, but I think this one will surprise people. I don't know if it's as anticipated as it maybe should be, but both of these guys can go. Some of the moves that they hit on each other at GCW were insane. It's a little bit of a different setting here, being at the Soddy Daisy High School instead of being at the Basement East, but still these guys are wild. They're gonna go. This one is like, it really is hard for me to pick a winner. You know, it's almost like a flip of a coin. I want to see both guys do well, just for the sake of it, for the sake that I need to pick a winner. I'm gonna go with Koo, just because, you know, he is the SUP Tag Team Champions, and he's got that championship pedigree. I want to see what he can do, and plus, I don't know exactly if Koo's resting at the Crook's resting on a Thursday night. If he is, then my apologies. You know, if he's not though, that rest might be good for him, because Nick Iggy will be there, and maybe that will, you know, cause some interference in the first round of the Scenic City Invitational. Now the next matchup is two of the biggest names in independent wrestling right now. Scenic City have brought these guys in. I cannot wait to see them live. I've seen Tony Deppen live a few times now at different GCW shows. He is always entertaining, although I think he's gonna not get the or actually he always gets booed. You know, he's a great guy to boo, but the way he attacked Papa Hales at the Tullahoma show means he's going to be coming into some heat when he rolls into Chattanooga this Friday. He will be going against Daniel Maccabee, who I have never had the chance to watch live yet, so I cannot wait. This one is going to be something else. It's going to be a technical masterclass. Both these guys are just awesome. They're on people's best of the indies list for this year, and rightfully so. everything I've seen from both of them, whether it's online or in other shows in person, has been like fantastic, so entertaining, just so good that I can't wait for it. There has to be a winner, there has to be a loser in this. I hope both these guys get matches on that second night though too. On that second night, there is also non-tournament matches, and I really hope whoever wins, whoever loses, gets to show off again in that second round. To pick a winner, just because I think he's got some underhanded tactics, I feel like Deppen might be able to sneak out a win here, and just to keep it going. He's been having some like real quality matches though, and I want to see him go through just so we can boo him a little bit more in that next round. Cannot wait for that one. It could be yet another show stealer. We're 5 matches in. We're 5 matches from this first round that I've been talking about. I've said nearly every one could be match of the night, and that's how good it possibly could be. I really believe that. I think it really could be. I think this is one that maybe will get the most attention. It's not going to be the main event of the first night, but it definitely could get the most attention of the first night, just with the names that it's bringing in. Can't wait for it. Let's see. Like I said, I'm picking Deppen, but I'd be happy to see Maccabi take it too. We will see this Friday. Now the next matchup. Like I said before, I've already got my tickets. I have my tickets for the front row. These are sold out. You can still get general admission tickets, but these front row seats are sold out. I'm kind of nervous about having these because of this next matchup. It is the SUPS champion, the Bone Storm champion, Brett Eisen, who made his GCW debut and this shout out to the Sobros crew. They said it was an Austin Attitude Era like pop, and no lie, the roof came off. He's going to be bringing a lot of that support to the SCI tournament too. Brett Eisen is in it for the first time ever. His opponent is going to be that hardcore legend Matt Tremont. I've never seen Matt Tremont live. I certainly have never watched him from a front row. I'm kind of nervous, even though this is a family-friendly setting. Last year we had Nick Gage go against Kerry Orford, and they battled all over the arena, up on the bleachers, all around. It was wild. This one could be even wilder. Really, if you're bringing in a guy like Matt Tremont, how are you going to bet against him? But then when the opponent is Brett Eisen, the defending, the reigning, the Bone Storm champion from Subgraps, who has to defend his title on the Sunday, I don't see him losing. I feel like this match is going to be so hard hitting. It's going to be one of the most memorable. My pick is Brett, just because I feel like he's going to have that momentum with him to carry that title into SUP on Sunday. But man, I'm nervous, but I can't wait for it. The next matchup, again, this one is going to bring the roof down. The people are going to go crazy. He is back all damn day. O'Shea is coming back to Chattanooga after going up to Baltimore to train with Ring of Honor. He's coming back home for his fans who have missed him so much. It is going to be an absolutely incredible response. I cannot wait to see it. His opponent, though, is no slouch himself. You might have seen O'Shea Edwards' opponent on the WWE Network recently. He was on the Evolve special. He was the former WWN champion. That is JD Drake. Now, dang, usually you've got O'Shea's homecoming, his return to the area. There's no way you can bet against him, right? No way. But when his opponent's somebody of the quality like JD Drake, who now is finally getting that praise that he deserves and finally getting that acknowledgement after that standout performance against Austin Theory on the WWE Network, people are now taking notice of him, which they should have been if they had been watching anything from Evolve or the Georgia area. This is going to be a banger. I cannot wait for it. I'm still going to stick with O'Shea just for the fact that, he's coming back, and I don't think he wants to let down his fans on that first night. But man, yet again, this could be match of the night. I cannot wait to see it. It's going to be incredible stuff.